Hello guys, and welcome back to this video. Today, I was originally going to do a Kirby base house video, but I kind of need a little more time to do that because I don't really do base house, so it's kind of a new territory for me. So today we're doing Future Riddim, like Papa Khan. Is this beautiful fella? And yeah, I'm a big fan of their music, and they're very unique. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so today I've chosen to be in this side of the screen. You can see my samples and everything. So today we have this beautiful MIDI that I made. It's also kind of inspired by my friend, my good friend Aske. This guy, go check him out. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. Go check him out. So the melody sounds like this. Very Papa Khan, very fast. He's he's known for the fast-paced, offbeat, weirdly rhythm-timed melodies. So let's get into the drop. First of all, we want to start off with some very simple drums. Conveniently, he has a splice pack which has some great drums. So I'm gonna go into that real quick, and then we're gonna see what's up. Okay guys, now I've made the drums. They're super simple. It's just a kick and a clap and a hi-hat and a crash. Super simple. Then I'm gonna get to the melody. So Papa Khan is known for the very plucky and bell sounding lead. So I'm gonna try to recreate one of those right now. And as usual, I'm gonna route everything to a bus and then to another bus, just like how we did in my previous Duskers video. Now it's up there. Click on this if you want to watch that. Or if you haven't already watched that. Now I added 4 leads, and together they sound bad. Which is why we need to process them. So I'm thinking this one could be our main lead, and then the other ones could be like supporting. This one will EQ. Of course, we EQ all our sounds. Especially watch out for like the low end and if everything's bleeding, because I know some people are like, oh, but it's not that much. It doesn't matter, but it adds up though. If all your layers are bleeding, it'll build up, stack up on the top of each other or whatever. Now let's see if we can make this somewhat not as bell soundy, like not as like mallet, but more electronic. So I'm gonna use this plugin called Valhalla Supermassive. It's super good. I use it a lot, especially if you go to ensemble and you put the fast ensemble. Now it sounds completely different. And then if we turn the delay down, the millisecond of delay, and the feedback, especially, it gives that like a little attack to it. It's way more like a string now. And now, doesn't sound that much on time anymore, so we just... See how we just turned that release down, and now it's so tight and nice. This one we're gonna multipass, and then we're gonna hash effect the high end to make it more wide. Now we're gonna see what we can do with this one. This one, I feel like we could do something cool with Saturn. Then we do that to make it more fat, and now we're gonna put a lot of stab on it. So let's go into Vital. Oh, there's so much release on it. What if we take that down? Oh. Now that sounds super dry and tight in a good way. The only bad thing about the Supermassive on the lead is that it adds a little bit of delay to it, as in it offsets the signal, so that's why it sounds out of time. Let's see, if you do split by channel on the whole thing here, we drag this down, then let's just make some room for this. Then we can take this one, and then we consolidate real quick. And now you can see that there's like a little delay to it, which is why we want to move it back like this, so that it's on time. It helps a lot with creativity and whatever to render out and freeze tracks, you would call it, if you were in Ableton, like this, or consolidate them. Because then you can visually see what you're doing, how much stuff is ringing out, and then it's easier to control. Let's say, oh, I want this one to be tighter. Okay, I just go in here and I cut this and drag it here. It's very handy. I do it a lot, especially because I work a lot with layering stuff. It's also nice for, like, let's say CPU reasons. You see how nice that sounds now? See, this one, we're gonna try something else, another technique. Let's put delay on it. That's super nice, a little bit sharp, so we're gonna add soothe on it. This one is gonna be like the lower layer. We're gonna add this to another bus, which is just called reverb, because we don't want the reverb to go into the bass layer and get like clipped together with the bass, because that's gonna make it all messy and stuff. So because of this, we're gonna add it to one of these. Now we can just automate the balance, the fruity balance. This is gonna work as like automating the reverb on and off. We're gonna do like this. So now that we've done that, it sounds like this now. Super cool, super nice. I like that. Now we're gonna add some sidechain, and then we're gonna work on the bass. Now I've made the sidechain, so let's get into the bass and the chords. So for the bass, we're gonna keep it very simple. We're gonna have a sub bass, and we're gonna have a mid bass, and that's about it. What I usually do for the sub, I have two sine waves. One is just gonna be on the default preset, or whatever you would say when you load up basic shapes. And the second one is just gonna be like this. We're just gonna have some harmonics. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna make a little curve like this. Obviously turn these up. Put this on coarse pitch. Gives it a little punch. Then we're gonna distort a little, and maybe add a little bit of white noise. That's super nice. Now we're gonna just put the MIDI in and then add another bass. So for this, I think, like, let's take this and then paste this here. But then this is gonna be like a kind of a tedious process, because we need to have it like this, at least the first bar, like the bum 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 bum, and then over here we're gonna make it go like bum, da, da. You see what I mean? Like, So now I figured out the rhythm, and I'm gonna add a G clip on it. This one goes into the bass one. We're gonna add G clip on this one as well. And now we're gonna add a mid bass. For the mid bass, I think I'm gonna add this one I made myself. Let's see how this sounds. I think we have to automate this one. So let's just do that. Let's automate the ray on it. Now I'm gonna haze effect. I've cut all the low end, some of the high mids, and some of the high end as well. Now I've added the basses to the bass bus, and now let's see what it sounds like right now before we fine tune the last few things. Now I am going to add another bus for the lead, where I'm going to add crystallizer and portal. Reset on it, that makes it sound like that type of shit, which we're then going to automate on and off as well. It's needed in some places, it's just for ear candy purposes. So I've just listened to some of the Papagantongs to figure out what type of chords there are, and it seems like there aren't really that much of like a chord sound playing, but I'm gonna try to add something instead. Like we're gonna add some ambience, and we're gonna add just a tiny stabby chord layer like the ones I already have. Now I've added a chord layer. It does not add that much, but it does add a little. Now we're gonna add some ambience just to fill out the extra thing, and then I think we're done. For ambience, I'm gonna go into my Korzana House Volume 1 pack, link in the description. It has a ton of great ambiences, like ambient granulized drones. Let's see if we can make it in key. Now I'm just quickly gonna make an intro. We're gonna add a piano, a respace, a riser, and also the main lead. Okay guys, now we're done. I've added ambience, a little cheeky vocal chop, chords, yeah, just the whole intro really, and this is the final result. Thank you guys for watching, and leave a like and subscribe, and go check out my pack in the description, and also tell me which artist you would like me to do next. Yeah, bye.